today's makeup look is the makeup look I'm wearing right now. I definitely wear this every day. I love this makeup look. It's so pretty. I don't know. It's just the gold on the lid, and then it's like a pinky kind of crease color with the little lip gloss. I don't know. I just love this look so much. I use the L'Oreal Infallible shadows for my lid color, which is like this gold shade. And it's the shade, I think, it's the shade Amber Rush, and these things are literally amazing. Like, I'm just gonna, I know I have it on my lid right now, but I'm just gonna show you a swatch of it. So, I'm gonna rub my finger in it. Ready? Ready? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty! Like, whenever I open this, and I was walking out of the store, obviously, like, I'm not gonna wait till I get home to open this up. I opened it and I swatched it on my hand, and it's just so pretty, and I was like, I have to do a tutorial. And it was like $6, maybe $7. You guys definitely need to go out and get some of these for your own use. I'm definitely going to have to get some more because they're so amazing. So if you want to know how to get this look, just keep watching.
Alrighty, so first I'm going to start off with my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia brow definer in the shade dark brown to do so. And I'm just going to fill them in, starting on the bottom. And I do it darker on the outside and then thinner on the inside just to make it more of a natural kind of brow. So I'm just going to fill both of my brows in. To clean up my brows, I'm just going to use some concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm just taking a little angled brush and just going right underneath my brow and just blending that out. To prime my eyes for eyeshadow, I'm just going to be using that same concealer and putting it on my lids. And I'm just going to blend that concealer out with a damp Real Technique sponge. To set the concealer, I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent. For the eyeshadow, I'm using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I'm starting out with the shade Georgia for a transition shade. It's a very light pinky shade, but it just helps to blend all the shades out. I'm using the Morphe M441 brush to blend that shade out just in my crease to help blending. For my next shade, I'm using the color Puree, and I'm putting that right where I put the shade Georgia, but just a little more into the crease and not as blown out. And I'm using that same brush to do so. The shade is just going to give some warmth in the crease, and it's like a neutral warm shade of brown, so any brown would definitely work for this. I'm using windshield wiper motions to blend out that shade all the way from my crease pretty much up to my brow bone. Okay, for the next shade I'm going to be using the color Summer Yum, and it's more of a burnt kind of orangey red color. And I'm placing that on my outer crease and kind of blending that into my crease and putting more on the outer corner to kind of bring that look out to the outsides of my eye. I don't know how to explain stuff, I'm sorry. And I'm doing the same thing on both sides. I'm going to pack on some more of that shade just to intensify the crease. For my lid shade, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. And I had to build up this color a little bit just because it wasn't really working at first, but it definitely started to after a few times of applying the shade. I'm just using a flat shader brush from Morphe to apply the color. To make this more of a metallic eyeshadow, I'm going to put some MAC Fix Plus on my brush and apply the shadow again on my lid. Just going over the shadow that I already put on my lid. Now I'm going to take the NYC Liquid Eyeliner and I'm going to make a small thin line right above my lash line. This is going to help hide the band of the falsies that I'm going to be applying on later. Now I'm going to curl my lashes just to prep them for mascara. I'm going to be applying a few coats of the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And this mascara is great for when you're going to be applying lashes because the mascara is very, very black and it just helps to blend with the eyelashes. I put on the lashes off camera and I use the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes. I'm putting on a primer now just to help with oil control before applying foundation. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I usually do 3 pumps of foundation, but this one has really good coverage, so I'm just using 2 pumps. I'm just dotting that all over my face. Now I'm going to blend that foundation out with my Morphe M459 brush. To conceal my under eyes, I'm using that same Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm making 2 triangles under my eyes. And I'm going to highlight the high points in my face, like my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And I'm going to blend that out with that Real Technique sponge. Make sure the sponge is damp, just so it can soak up any excess product that you might have put on your face, because I tend to put a lot of concealer, and it just helps to blend it out really nicely and flawlessly. I'll put my sponge under running water and squeeze it about 15 to 20 times to make sure the water has soaked up into the sponge, and I will dry off any excess water with a towel. So to set my under eyes, I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder with the Morphe E48 brush. I'm also going to set the other parts of my face where I use that concealer to highlight. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the Covergirl Loose Powder with a big fluffy brush and just blending that all throughout my face. To bronze my skin, I'm using the new Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer with my M459 brush, and I'm just going to be bronzing the skin, and we're not contouring or anything today, just a light bronze, just to give some warmth back into the face. I love this bronzer so much. It's so natural, and it's not too dark of a shade. I'm going to use that same bronzer just to kind of contour my nose, just to give it more of a defined shape, and I'm using the E20 brush from Morphe. To clean up the bronzer, because I thought it was a little messy, I'm going to use that same CoverGirl Loose Powder and any brush just to go right underneath the bronzer to clean it up. For my blush, I'm going to be using the Luminoso blush by Milani with my Morphe E4 brush. This is such a beautiful shade for any skin tone. It has a light sheen to the color, and it's so perfect. Now for highlighting my favorite part of all, I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. It was a collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, and I am obsessed with this highlighter. I can't get enough of it. I'm going to douse my whole face in it. I'm going to highlight the top of my cheekbones, my nose, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow. And for highlighting my brow bone, I'm going to be using the shade White Peach from the Sweet Peach palette again. And I'm just using a e.l.f. shader brush. For my lower lash line, I'm going to be first off applying Puree with a flat definer brush on my lower lash line, really close to my lash line so I can blend it out later. And on top of that, I'm going to be going in with the shade Summer Yum just to do the exact same steps that we did on our lid on our lower lash line. To blend those shades out, I'm going to be mixing the color Georgia and Puree, and I'm taking any pencil brush to blend that out. Don't get discouraged if this doesn't blend out at first. The colors underneath the lash line are really hard to blend out sometimes, so you just have to work with it and just keep blending until it looks flawless. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using the shade Nectar, and it's a yellowish toned highlighter, but it's very intense and it's perfect for this look. I'm using the E36 brush just to do so. It's a little smaller, so it helps to get in the inner corner to apply the highlighter. To make this more of a fresh look, I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and I'm applying this to my waterline. And since it's white, it's going to make your eyes a lot bigger and make them a lot more open, and it just helps the look to be more fresh. I'm going to apply a coat of mascara to my lower lashes. For my lips, I went with a lip gloss, and this is the Revlon Color Burst lip gloss in the shade Rosepearl, and it is a rosy, kind of pearly, iridescent-y lip gloss, hence the name. I thought it went great with this look, and it just ties everything together. To set my makeup, I am using the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, and I'm just doing a few sprays all over my face. And that is the finished look. Thanks for watching. Bye!
They're like so metallic and everything, and something like you like too much. That's okay. Oh, my eye's watering. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, hold on. Every time.